Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. But right now it is the tail end of basketball season. There's not a lot of teams still playing this deep into the season as we go into the state finals. Joining us live on the show, he is the head coach for the Santiago girls basketball team playing in the D1 finals, Mike Mitchell. And Coach, first off, congratulations on reaching the finals. Before we break down the season and talk about your big win last night against Del Norte and all those sorts of things, what has today been like for you? Because all of a sudden, you've got to get your whole team up to Sacramento by Friday. I mean, travel plans and coordinating with parents. What's today been like for you?
Oh, it's been a hectic day. I mean, I couldn't even get into work today because, you know, getting home last night, answering emails, taking phone calls, having a couple of champagnes, and then trying to organize all of this with our AD to get up north and, you know, trying to do a itemized itinerary and also having freshman experience night here at the school. So I had to try to juggle all of that in about 6 or 7 hours and make sure that I was still ready to have a practice this afternoon.
And people bugging you like me for interviews to talk about the state finals. So add that into the mix.
Yeah, you calling one of the coaches and tell him to get them my number. So I had to listen to that as soon as the game was over.
Yeah, I told my boy.
But it's all good though.
I was messaging my boy Fleming. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't have Coach Mitchell's number. You got to get a hold of him for me. So I'm glad he did.
Hey, yeah, he tapped me on the shoulder as soon as the game was over. Yeah, I got it.
Good man. That's a good man, Coach Fleming. Well, Coach, you know, going back to last night, that big win against Del Norte in the SoCal finals, you know, your team's playing really good basketball right now. What has really impressed you about your team during this playoff run?
Well, just our tenacity of coming back after getting our, you know, butts kicked against Etiwanda and Mater Dei, and then finding the resilience to come back against Windward, who had beat us early in the year by 20 points, and, you know, withstanding that pressure and then going in their place because we had to play every game on the road in the open division finals. Every game on the road was going to be tough. And we found a way to beat Windward at their place. And then from that point on, I think our defensive prowess had really stepped up because we saw what the writing on the wall was. And we knew that if we go back out down to Division I, we would be able to lock people up the way we have been doing all year.
You know, Coach, that's a perfect segue into my next question. I was going to ask you, obviously the CIF Southern section open division's brutal. There's so many good teams. But in the back of your mind, were you thinking, hey, if we get into Division I for state, we're probably going to make a run. Like, we could go really deep.
Yeah, we talked about that from the beginning. We were like, yeah, are we quite ready for open division play? And, you know, with Etiwanda and Mater Dei and Sierra Canyon and, you know, Bishop Montgomery and Sage Hill and, you know, Ontario Christian, we were kind of saying, if we drop back down to D1, I think we have a shot that we can make a run, a deep run. And lo and behold, that's what we're doing.
And it's funny you say drop down to Division I. You know what I mean? Like that Division I is still like loaded with a lot of good teams, Coach.
Yes, they are. They are. I mean, we took none of them teams lightly. But I mean, I think getting to the playoffs where we played last year and how we, you know, we're in Division II AA and how we finished out doing that season and then losing on that last second shot to Sage Hill in the Division II regional finals was something that we said, well, next year if we get a chance to get back to the playoffs, because, you know, nothing's guaranteed, we get back to the playoffs, we want to make sure that we're as prepared as can be. Is why I schedule such a rough, hard preseason schedule for us, so we can get into games like this and actually understand what the pressure is going to be and how we can get through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Coach, in Northern California, it was Oakland Tech beating St. Mary's for the Northern California Championship. So you'll see Oakland Tech in Sacramento on Friday night. Is it more about what you guys are doing this time of the year, or do you have to at some point just do a little homework and find out what Oakland Tech is all about as well?
Well, the best part about that is we've already played them. And they, going in, and I tell everybody right now, going into the fourth quarter, we had, just getting up there, playing that game, and we played that game, and we didn't know what to expect from them. We watched video, but didn't really understand, how good they were. And they had us down going into the fourth quarter by 17 points. And then with 11 seconds left to go in the game, we were a 3-pointer away from tying it up. So we figured if we play like that in that last quarter and play like we've been doing right now in this little playoff run, I think we can go up there and give them a run for their money and hopefully, knock on wood, knock them off.
And Coach, how early on was that in the season when you saw them, and how has your team improved and progressed from that point to where we are right now?
Oh, it was the Christmas, the West Coast Jamboree up in the Bay Area, and we played 3 really good teams. We played Oakland Tech the first game, and then we played Antelope, who lost to go into the regional finals last year. We played them in the second game. We beat them, and then we played San Joaquin Memorial, who we played up there in Fresno the year before, and at their place. As we drove up, played the game that night, and they just handed it to us, beat us by about 30, and we were able to get the revenge game, and we beat them in the consolation championship game in that tournament, West Coast Jamboree.
Coach, by design, I think you mentioned it, your non-league schedule, you play a lot of good teams and teams that you're going to, see in the Open Division playoffs or Division I for the state. You feel like you guys are battle tested? You kind of have seen everything by now?
Yeah, we've seen everything, and I make sure that I teach them. I teach my ladies how to get out of every situation. So if a team comes with something different that they think they haven't seen, we've already coached for it. That's why I got a great staff that understands that, and former players and former directors of recruiting coaches. So we just that's how we go about it. We make sure they're well prepared and we're well studied on what we're going to face.
And Coach, finally going up to Sacramento, you're going to play in an NBA arena, the home of the Sacramento Kings. How cool is that going to be to play in that big arena, and obviously with a state championship on the line?
Come on, man. We got it. First of all, it's a big arena. We have a hard enough time in small gyms. I got to try to teach the girls how to take the game one moment at a time. And not start a game off by trying to shoot deep threes because it's a different arena. Rims are tighter. You're not used to it. I might have to show them Hoosiers on the way up there, and they're going to look at me like, what the heck is a Hoosier? So, it's just the same way. Basketball is the same place in whatever gym you play in. So. All
right, Coach, one quick follow-up question. So the itinerary, like when do you guys leave? When do you get there? And do you even get a shoot around, or you just kind of roll up and, warm up for about 30 minutes and then you go?
Hey, don't give everybody our secrets. I mean, this is a national show. I mean, no, we're gonna leave tomorrow morning at about 11:30. The school hopefully was gonna have a gauntlet for us to get up on the bus, and then we'll get up there, and we're gonna probably get a practice in at Capital Christian for a little bit when we first get there. Get the bus legs out. And then get up in the morning, have breakfast together, and then hopefully get another place and get some shoot around in the morning. And then, game's at 6 o'clock. Get to the gym about 4:30 and be ready to go.
Well, Coach, you're the man. Safe travels up there. Hopefully, you're bringing back to the IE a championship, a CIF Division I state title, man. That'd be so awesome.
It would. It'd be the first one in our school history. And, I told my girls, let's leave a legacy while we're here.
You got it. That is Mike Mitchell, the head girls basketball coach for Santiago here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach, and best of luck. Inland Sports.